Hello,
Hello,
hello.
good evening, good evening,
Good
good
evening, good
morning.
morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are. In fact, and
How are you? How are you? How are you? What news in Canada, Vancouver?
it looks like last 1 week was it raining, but from yesterday, I think things are slightly better. It's more bright and sunny, so that's good. And the good
Mhm.
part is, we have something special today. It's not a regular camera, it's something from a different view altogether. So, what do you think, Hermi?
Yeah, today we are talking about drone introduction to drone photography. A very, very good, passionate photographer from Saudi.
Okay.
Yes, and he's doing this for quite some time. He's a drone pilot, a professional photographer whose work has been published in the walls of Saudi Colors Photography Exhibition, French Embassy Riyadh Art Exhibition, and is also a digital photography instructor in Riyadh. So today he'll be talking about, like, he'll be giving an introduction to drone photography. And let's welcome Kristoffer on the stage. Hey,
Hi.
hi,
Hello.
hello.
How are
Thank
you?
you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nisha, for inviting me to this webinar. And I'm so honored to be here. Actually, this is my first time to host a webinar like this. So thank you very much. Appreciate your effort and your patience.
Thank you. In fact, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience with us. That's what makes it different. People from different parts of the world, different experience, all together coming together and putting their experience for the viewers. That makes a lot of difference.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Uh,
So let's begin with your introduction. How you came to photography? How did
so,
you start?
well, I started photography when I arrived here in Saudi Arabia. Because working in just in the office in an 8-hour work is so tiring, and sometimes you need to make other time for like outdoor, so you forget about all the stress that you have in work. So this is my outlet. This is my hobby. Actually, when you say I'm a professional, I was very overwhelmed because actually, as far as I know, those professionals are earning this much, but this one I'm doing is just a hobby. I don't earn for this, and it's only for me to get out of my cubicle, so yeah, I've been doing this for quite time. I started with my DSLR, and now I have this mirrorless, and now I'm jumping to this drone photography, which gives me a different kind of view, shooting not only with the ground but shooting in different perspective. It's very nice because somehow it makes you different from other photographers because you
Yeah,
can shoot without the reference with the ground, and it's very nice playing with the drone, and it's giving me a lot of time. I have a fun doing this, and yeah, I I'm enjoying this kind of thing.
that's great. So let's start with the presentation. You think?
You think it's time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So today, thank you, Anisha and Mr. Hermes, for this opportunity. We'll be discussing about the introduction to drone photography. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
But can you please make
Okay.
it full screen?
Full screen. All right. That's it.
No.
No. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened? Wait, wait.
On the if you go on the bottom, You have
All
the
right.
slideshow option.
Share. All right. Okay.
Yes.
No, y-
Share screen. Window. This one. Okay.
yeah,
Is it on?
it's on, but it's not full screen again.
It is not full screen again.
It
Full
was
screen.
working.
Okay. Wait. Sorry.
Yeah, I think yes, that one. Yes,
Yes.
perfect.
Okay. So today I will be talking about the introduction to drone photography. What is drone photography and how you will be able to take starting shots out of your drone. Also, I will be discussing some rules on what should and what should not be done when flying your drone. Some information about registration and what kind of license you need.
Yeah.
Also, I will be showing some mobile application that is used when you want to use the drone or when you want to fly your drone. And also, I will be discussing some memory cards and storage device recommendations and consideration when you plan to have this kind of photography. Also, I will be talking about the challenges that you might encounter when you fly your drone. And
Yeah.
yeah, and at the end, I will be showing some of my favorite, my photos that I took since I started the drone photography with its setting and some descriptions of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
and I have a cheat in my computer. So first,
Maybe
what's the
one second. Is there any other device open in near to you, phone or any other window? Because I can hear an echo slightly.
sorry?
Yeah. Is there any other window in your computer? It's open or your phone or something because I can hear the echo from some other
Ah,
system.
it's echoing. Okay.
Yeah.
Turn this off. Okay.
No, it's still I can still hear. So if there is another
Wait
device,
once.
then
Let him continue.
okay.
Uh, are we okay now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, what is drone photography? Uh, what is the idea about having a camera on a drone? So basically, drone photography is just simple as making your camera airborne. So you're just putting your camera into a drone to take a different angle of of a shot. So in that manner, you can shoot a perspective which you cannot do when you are on the ground. Uh, so with this drones, you can shoot incredible sights and you can gain fresh insights, and you can use it, and you can have so much fun flying with your drone, and also while shooting the shot you want. So, but first, um, you getting into the photography game of drone is not like having the drone or just flying it. So we have to know the rules when you want to be in that type of photography. So in general, to keep both the pilot and the drone safe, and everyone around should adhere to some rules, some general rules that we need to follow. Okay, number one is you should fly at or below 120 meters altitude or 400 feet. That is the default setting for especially in DJI. The default setting for the altitude maximum is 120, but you can fly it more than that, but the application will give you a warning. It will tell you that you are flying on the above limit. Okay, so next is if possible, you should be flying with the vision line of sight, called the V loss, because it will keep you safe. It will keep your drone safe when you are flying, that you can see your drone. Because if you will only refer your monitor on the device that you are holding, when the time comes that your remote control is disconnected with your monitor, you will not be able to retrieve back your drone. So it's advisable only to fly within your sight. Okay, next is don't fly in the restricted airspace, especially the airport, because it's a no-brainer. It's not allowed for the drones to be flown in within the 10 radius kilometer of an airport. Also, the drone itself, if the map of your drone detected that you are inside the 10-kilometer area of an airport, your motors will not start, or you cannot fly your drone. Also, there is an application that you can use to check if you are within the area of the airport, within the 10-kilometer area of the airport. I will show this later. Next is don't fly over people. There is a license when you want to fly in a stadium, when you want to fly over a populated area, but it's actually not allowed. But you have to take some license if you really need to do some job with that. There is a license for that, and also don't fly in near emergency response areas, like if there is fire. You should not fly your drone in that area because it might cause danger to the emergency response team or maybe to yourself. If you are licensed or you are authorized to do that, you can do that. But normally, for normal operations, you don't have to fly your drone in that kind of place. Last but not the least, don't fly under the influence. So it's common sense that you should not be flying under the influence of anything that will cause you and not to control your drone. So when you have a drone, perspective is everything. Is that what they say? Because you have the altitude on your side. I mean, you can do whatever you want up. You can shoot above your head. You can shoot anything that you can see up in the air. And with this, of course, you can create stunning photos. You can create your composition. You can make different photos far from the others. You can shoot this kind of photo that the ground shooters will not be able to shoot. So, what is the common technique that is used when using a drone is the shooting straight down, just like this one I took in Al Ula. So this one actually is above. This is a mountain with the park on the top, but I tried to make a different view. I haven't seen this kind of shot in anywhere in the even in the social media. I don't see this in Instagram. This is the reason why I'm happy is that I only have this kind of shot of this place. Al Ula is very famous here in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people go there, and yeah, um, for me this is kind of personal because I haven't seen shoot like this, shot like this before.
That's wonderful.
So with the use of drone before, the only option of photographer before the drone is that make themselves airborne. They hire a helicopter, they ride an airplane, or they fly in any way. So that will cost them a lot of money, of course. Unlike these days that we can just buy these drones, this is such an advantage, because for us, like normal people, we can shoot this kind of pictures from above. So really, the drones have exponentially revolutionized the photography. By the way, I forgot to discuss the registration of the drones. So for the drone registration, a lot of people they ask if me carrying a drone, is that registered, or is that, how do you purchase, or what is the requirements, or wow, you have a drone, or you look cool, you look so nice. So if you have a drone that weighs more than 250 grams or 8.8 ounces, you need to register it. So the this one is an FAA, Federal Aviation Administration rule, that you need to register your drone if it's more than 250 grams. But
150 grams.
sorry,
150 grams.
250 grams.
250 grams.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You know
not
what?
the very tiny ones, slightly bigger ones.
Yes. You know what? What the DJI drones with this rule from the FAA, they create a drone which is, I think, the Mavic Mini, which is 249 grams, so that it will be exempted for that. You can use it anytime you want, because you don't have to register it in the aviation administration.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the DJI did in the drones that they have this Mavic Mini. And there are type of license that you need to know when you have a drone, when you want to register it. There is a commercial, and there is the recreational one. If you have a drone more than 250 grams, you need to register it, even if it's especially when it's used for commercial. But the question is sometimes, oh, I have a drone less than 250 grams. It's like 249 grams only. Do I need to register it? It depends on the use of your drone. If you are using it for recreational, you are not required to register your drones. But even if it's small, or even if it's less than 250 grams, and you are using it commercially, uh, definitely you have to register it in your country. Here in Saudi Arabia, the GACA, what we call the GACA, is the administration for owning unmanned aircraft system. So if you have this kind of aircraft, you need to register it to them, so that it will be allowed to fly on the allowed zone. But if you are in the zone of the no flying zone, even if you have this registration, so totally you cannot fly your drone there. Okay, so yeah, these are the application I use for flying. So this one, the blue one, is the application itself. When you buy a drone, you can download this DJI Go 4. This is the latest version of the DJI. Today I have this DJI drones only. There are a lot of drones, different brand, and I prefer using this one, because this application is very user friendly. It's easy to fly. You just open it and connect your drone and your remote control, and you can start flying. Also, on the other side, this one is the Google Earth. If you want to check on the places you want to check first, the the area you want to fly in, you can use this. Or I'm using this Google Earth beside the Google Maps, going to that direction, because the Google Earth application, you can see the 3D view of this place. So yeah, you can check it first before you go there. And lastly, this one application, the Air Map. This one is the one I use to check if the area is safe for flying. Uh, this one will tell you if you are near the airport. This one will tell you if the place you are in is no flying zone. So make sure that this one is always updated, so you will be safe when you fly this aircraft. So before I discuss the challenges for the drone, let me give you some composition tips I'm doing uh, when I'm shooting with the drone. So first off, when you are a photographer, of course, you should know the basic composition photography, because the basis of the drone photography is also with the same way when you are shooting on the ground. The photography rules like the rule of thirds, the leading lines, and so forth, and so on. This is can be applied also in the drone photography. When you fly your drone and you see a lot of patterns, or you see different shapes, you can use it to make your composition. So this one is very this is my advantage. If I fly my drone up in the air and I can see the different formation of rocks, it is very good to shoot on, because when you are shooting on the level of this ground, you cannot see it. So an advantage of one advantage of using the drone. So also when you are above, when you are flying above, you can play with the different angles. Not only shooting down is you can also do some different angles, like you want to include the horizon, or the some objects you see in the ground. Also, uh, be aware of the shadows and the lights. Actually, as a photographer, I learned that the best time to shoot is during the early morning or in the afternoon, when there is light and shadow casting on the different objects on that place. So it is recommended that you always observe those kind of elements in your photo, so that you can compose it very well. Use some objects, use some people that you see on the ground. Always study the location before going to the area. Okay, so next off is what are the challenges of the drone photography? So since the drone is very much affordable now, and we can just buy it in the store, uh, there are a lot of challenges. Of course, it's not just like buying the drone and flying it and taking picture of it. There are some considerations, there are some things that you have to be aware of, especially when you are a photographer. You know that when you are buying even the new released drones, it cannot be compared to the one we are using on the ground. Our DSLR, our mirrorless, is incomparable to the camera of this drone, because of course this is the DSLR has bigger sensors. The sensors that I'm using now is the Mavic 2 Pro, which has only an inch sensor. Of course, it's not comparable to the mirrorless or the SLR that I'm using now. But yeah, the quality of the image, it will be compromised sometimes, but you have to deal with it. You have to accept the fact that no, you cannot shoot like the one output in your DSLR. And the only thing that you need to have to the 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 only thing that I am happy is that with this kind of camera in this drones, I can shoot in raw files, so I have time to or I have room for adjustment for this kind of this photo I have in the DSLR. So also the you should know that the camera in the drone is has only sometimes 20 megapixels compared to the 64 or 48 megapixels you have in the mirrorless cameras. So of course, the next is the weather. The when you go outdoor, of course, sometimes the weather is not favorable. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold, and most of the time it's windy. So those times, you should not fly your drone, especially when it's raining. I have an experience when I go to in the northern area of the Saudi Arabia. I go there to take a shot of a shipwreck, and that's the only thing the reason why I go there is to take the shot. But the time when I got there, it's super windy, and I have this. I brought this small drone that I have. It cannot be flown in the up in that area because the wind just takes it away. So I was unfortunate that time, and I think that okay, I will just come back when I have a bigger drone. So the weather sometimes is not favorable. This is a big challenge for you if you want to gamble. You know, if you want to take the shot, you can gamble, but of course, don't expect it to be good because of the sometimes when it is cloudy or there is rain or there is hazy, uh, you cannot good shot. Or you cannot take the shot that you want. Also, when the during the hot season, I experience flying when the sun is so high, and that make the flying time of my drone so short. It should be on the specification like 30 minutes, but that time is so hot. It use a lot of power. Uh, like I fly it only like 15 minutes, and the battery's almost gone. So yeah, the weather is always factor when you should fly with your drone.
So if how is it when it is cold?
And it's cold, yeah, it's the same. When you are flying in a cold area, uh, there is a specification for the battery to operate. Sometimes when it's very cold and it's below 5 degrees, the rotor of your drone will not start, and it gives you a warning that the temperature is too low. You cannot start your drone. So when the time comes, you have to uh, your drone to be able to fly, and also the battery life of the drone, if you are flying on that cold area, is not good because it affects the lifespan of the battery.
Thank you.
Welcome. So on piloting, sometimes when you don't own a drone, you can think of it it's sometimes it's like hard or intimidating, but actually it's not. When you have everything on the application, everything on the app is there, so you just have to open it, connect it, and it is easy. It's not that hard, but some of uh, but you must adhere to the safety always. Always make safe, better safe than sorry. uh, and you should consider those regulations. You should consider also. I advise to take some courses. There is an online course for you to take. when you want to be a pilot. Uh, there is an examination to know the different regulation in each area. For example, in Saudi Arabia, there before you can register your drone, they give some license test for you to answer before they give you the license. So those are the considerations when you want to be a drone pilot. So of course the battery issues. This one I included this because yeah, the first time I owned a drone, I only bought one battery. So the this battery is lasting only for 15 minutes because the time I started the photography for the with the drone, I said okay, I'm just gonna try it. I will just see how I can do with this with my photography. Um, but it only give me little time. Say, for example, I will go in some place only to take a drone shot and a 15-minute time for me to do it, and only one battery. This is very frustrating. So what I did is to purchase another set of batteries uh, for me to have flexibility with my time flying the drone. Also, what just I said, there is a limit for this battery. Usually the 5 degrees Celsius to 40. If you fly your drone and your condition is like more than 40 degrees, it will also give you a warning that it is too hot. You cannot fly your drone, or when you are up in the air and they say the temperature reaches more than 40 degrees, the application or the software will tell you that you should retrieve your drone because it's too hot. Okay, so one recommendation also is to let the batteries cool down before recharge, because if you have spare batteries and you recharge it abruptly, I mean after you fly it, you remove and you recharge it, it will lessen the lifespan also of the battery. So it's a challenge for you if you have a lot of job to do and you need to recharge it again. So you have to let it cool down before you recharge.
So if we are going to use different batteries, so if suppose if I have two or three different batteries,
Yeah,
then when one is dry, we can use another one and fly.
yeah, yeah. You should replace it with a new one with the fully charged, and then you should not recharge the batteries that you just used because
Uh,
it's.
but but then in general, if you are using a different battery, it's not an issue for the drone itself.
What do you mean
I
different
mean,
battery?
if I'm going to use a different battery right after one is drained, then it's not a problem.
It's not a problem with the battery, but sometimes it's a problem with your aircraft because
Oh,
the aircraft is so hot
oh,
that it
yeah.
will tell you you still cannot fly it because the temperature is high. So
Okay.
this is one of the challenge that yeah, we
Yeah.
encountered while flying.
Yeah, that was the question. That's what I wanted to know. If
Ah,
you
okay.
have different batteries and if you are changing the batteries, it's still going to be hot when it comes to the
Yeah,
device.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I get you.
thank you.
So the main thing is that the the DJI drones is very sensible in when it comes to temperature, because even the battery itself, it has a microchip that tells you you cannot fly it or you cannot use it when it's not within this specification of temperature. They call it intelligent battery. It is used to prevent overcharge or over voltage, and it prevents to it helps the battery to be used in for longer run with the drone.
Yeah.
So yeah, if possible, you should fly only on ideal weather conditions. If not, it's up to you because it's your drone. It's your.
That's true. That
If you
is
want to lose some money out of your drone, but you want if you want to take that shot, you should be also willing to lose some money.
yeah. Have you ever get into any situation like that? I mean, have you lost any drone during this period?
Uh, I am lucky I did not lose any
That's
drones,
good.
but I part of learning to fly a drone is crashing it. If you don't crash a drone, you are not yet learning. So I think I crashed my drone twice or thrice, but I
Ooh,
was able to retrieve it. So yeah, yeah, I'm just lucky, and also it's still working. So yeah, just minor cleaning and minor repairs I did, and
okay.
yeah, I'm good to go.
That's great. But yeah, it is a risk.
It is a risk. It is.
Yeah.
They say, my friends tell me, if your drone gets airborne, even if it's just in front of you, the half of it is on the grade. It's like giving birth. When it flies, the risk of losing it is 50%.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So we should try to start with the small one so the damage is less.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should practice with the small first. That's what
Yeah.
I did.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now we come to this storage consideration. So when it comes to the storage, especially when you are shooting a video, of course, we need to see some factors or to have this uh, uh, when consideration when you will buy your micro SD or your SD cards. So first is you should know the cost, the size, the reliability, and the transfer speed. For me, I am doing the photography. I sometimes I shoot the video, but most of the time I took photo. So I am happy that I am using the SanDisk Extreme, which is can write up to 90 Mbps, which is enough for me to take a good photo, and it can reach up to 170. So this one, SanDisk Extreme Pro, this is the one I am using, and also there is a SanDisk Extreme Micro SS SDXC USS one card. This one is super fast and it can reach up to 160 megabytes and can write up to 19 megabytes per second also.
It's great.
You want to add anything about this, Miss Nisha?
Oh no. I've never done anything with drones. I've seen it. In fact, I've seen a very tiny one, a completely different brand
Okay.
from I think uh, Grand Stores, right? Hermi, I forgot the name of the brand, and
Yeah,
we
even I forgot the name.
yeah we crashed it couple of times, and that's it.
No, we
So
stopped
far,
using the drones because of all these rules and regulations came.
Yeah, because you never know when you get caught in Dubai, and we don't want to get into trouble. And when it comes to Masai Mara, that's like our second home, and it's you need even to enter inside Kenya. I think you need a permission for drone.
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I think now a lot of people have small drones which you can keep it in your pocket. So a
Yes.
lot of people go with that.
Yeah.
yeah. There is the new release drone from DJI. This is the Mavic Mini Air 2S. I think
Mhm.
this one is bigger camera than the one they released before. I think this one
Uh-huh.
is so small that yeah, you can use it and you can put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even I saw the advertisement. It looked extremely small and foldable, and they say
All about
4K
that.
videos and things like that. So I was also surprised. How can it be possible? It's such a small device. But in general, everything is going small when it comes to technology. So
Yes, yes, correct.
it's an echo. I'm not sure from where it's coming. Yeah.
So, uh, okay, I am now sharing you the some of my favorite shots I took when I
Beautiful.
started the drone photography. Okay, this one uh, is shot using the Spark. It's a small one. It's I think they discontinued producing this kind of model. They are now into the Mavics. This one is set to aperture of 2.6. And the shutter speed is 100 with the ISO also 100. This place is in the Philippines where I have my childhood. This is something personal also because yeah, I can see from above the roof of our house. That yeah,
Oh,
Mm,
that's
yeah.
your home.
yes, this
Oh,
that's
that's
where I live.
beautiful.
And you can see from the down and the lower corner of there is a small creek. Yeah, now it's dried up, but yeah,
Okay.
whenever I see this picture, I get nostalgic and I remember my childhood memories I have. And also this one, this is our city in the Philippines. A lot of memories also. You know, when I'm shooting, I don't know if I'm considering the composition or the emotion when I shoot this one. So what excites me with this picture is the mountain that I have in this horizon. So this is called the Banahaw Mountains. This is in our province. So I also shoot this with the Spark. You see, even the small one, I can. Even if you are using the small one, you can create stunning or photos of your liking. So this one is a village here in Saudi Arabia. This is the Shiger, I think. This is sometimes, yeah, this is famous. A lot of people go here, and I shoot this one in the early morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning. So I just wanted to see the some shadows casting on this village,
Yeah,
which is very nice.
it is. That's beautiful.
This one is the shooting above the beach in Batangas, which I just recently go using the Mavic 2 Pro. This one has the bigger camera compared to the Mavic DJI Spark. So also I was able to control the camera settings manually, so I can control the aperture, ISO, and the speed. The only thing is that when I go here, I wasn't able to use a filter. By the way, when you are shooting during the midday, it is advisable to use filter because you can create a more flexible photo with filter.
Okay.
Okay.
This really looked like a painting.
Yeah, yeah, it's look like a painting for me. So,
So this is the bigger camera. I mean the drone camera, right?
Yeah,
The Mavic 2 Pro.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
This one
very
is
much.
my
Yeah.
big people.
Yeah.
This one is also just recently visited Al Ula.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what excites me about this picture is the road and those small those camels. I should be shooting this one closer, but yeah, those camels are running when they see the drone coming. They run. So I was just able to shoot this one, but it turns out good. I like it. So yeah.
And the drone as well, I mean, the camels as well as the vehicle on the road and the shadow altogether. That is
Yeah.
There is definitely an amazing feel to it, a story to it, in fact.
Yeah.
Right, correct. Also, this one is camels. You might not notice it, but if you look at carefully, you can see those camels with this their shadow casting on the shrubs. So
Yeah,
I
I
like
see the shadow, but I'm not seeing the camel is a struggle.
Camel is on the like below
Yes.
part of the shadow.
right.
You can't see.
I can now. You see, that's the interesting part. Right
Yeah.
now, people see an image for only for few seconds, and this one definitely will make you sit for few more seconds to make sure that you're seeing the camel.
Yeah, you have to look carefully to see those camels in this picture. Yeah, this is a lagoon. So most of the compositions I make with this drone is shooting above because it's easy and it's very it's not hard to do because the only challenge when you are shooting above is that the inclusion of the elements on your frame. Here, I'm choosing between putting this lagoon on the side or in the middle, but I choose to put it in the middle. It turns out to be nice, which I kind of like it. So my setting for this f5 and ISO and shutter speed at 100.
Great. Wow.
And this one is the Marble Village in Al Baha, which we just visited 2 weeks ago. This is on a midday. It's not recommended to shoot on the midday, but I was able to make this one using the raw shooting raw file. Uh, that the time when we go here is we should go here like in the afternoon, but my friend I was with they said oh we should go now. It's because we will be traveling a long way, so this one is around 12 o'clock in the afternoon,
Mhm.
and I don't have any shadow on the
Yeah.
below, but
Nice.
it turns out good because yeah, I was able to adjust it in post processing.
Okay.
So okay, thank you. If you have any questions regarding the flying the drone, so
Yes,
are
sir.
we open now?
I think the previous image we have a question. How did you control the lens flare on this image?
The lens flare, actually, the lens flare is controlled mainly when you use the filter. But at
Okay.
this time, I don't see any flare in this image.
Is it in the previous image? I don't know.
Where is it?
This one. No,
Here?
I
Mhm.
don't see any lens flare in any of the images.
Okay.
Yeah. But normally, how do you do it? Even if we didn't see it, in normal scenario to avoid, you use filters.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to use a filter to
Hmm.
prevent the uh, the flare. And of course, you should not be shooting directly with the sun
Hmm.
because yeah, you will have this kind of flares.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know any rules about Dubai when it comes to? Because we have a question: do I need a drone license if I'm shooting in Emirates other than Dubai?
It depends on the country that you are in. Actually, those rules I given uh, in this time are the general rules. What the FAA is give us is 250 grams,
Yeah.
If your drone is 250 grams and it will be used in commercial purposes, you have to register it. In other country, they have different. They break down those licenses because uh, uh, there is a different license if you will be if you will be using the drone for emergency response or surveying, say for example, a calamity area. So there is a different license for that. And when you are shooting in a stadium or a group of people, or there is also a separate license for that. So, and there is certain altitude only you can fly that drone and, above of the people that are inside that area.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, on that we have a suggestion from Radha Krishnan. Using drones by the public should be banned. It is just because of it cause against national security, public safety, and privacy.
Yeah,
That is
privacy
correct.
definitely is a major issue.
That
You
is
know.
correct. That is why most of the countries, they want your drone to be registered, even if you will use it as a recreational. Because if something happens, they can trace or they can know which kind of drone or whose drone is that caused this disaster or this
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. How will you control the white balance?
The white balance.
Yeah.
The white balance. It's if you have a drone like you can control manually. You control. There is no Kelvin setting in that, but there is also a presets like
Okay.
in the camera. You
Yeah,
can
like
use
cloudy,
the
shady,
cloud
and all.
shading.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Or else
but
you have to fix it in the post processing.
yeah, in post processing you can fix it.
Okay. And the photos come as raw files.
Yes, raw files,
Okay.
but not all models of the drones have raw files. Uh,
Okay.
Okay.
the Spark cannot only JPEG. If you shoot
Okay.
the picture, you can only have the JPEG.
Okay.
In the Mavic 2 Pro, you can choose from RAW file plus JPEG,
Mm-hmm.
which will
Okay.
require you more storage.
Mm-hmm.
You have these RAW files because this is big, so that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when I
And
was checking something over here, I saw very tiny phone from DJI. It's very little and it's not that expensive, but it says like it shoot in 4K and also I was surprised that
Yes,
tiny one and
those kind of cards is very fast and its writing speed is more than 250 Mbps,
uh-huh.
especially
yeah.
when you want to shoot the video in 4K.
Mm,
Yeah.
But who use 4K now? We only have this.
okay. This
If
one is
you are
very
doing,
small. The whole device is very small. Like
yes, yes,
surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. We have a comment from Vijay Kumar. Very interesting session. Was keen to see more slides, the
more
pictures.
slides. Nisha, when you send me the promotional picture, that's the only time I finish up. I have prepared my slides, but that's the only time I focus on it because oh my god, it's coming. It's like 2 days, so I have to prepare my slides.
That happens, we all do that. In my case, especially, I wait for the last minute and then I'll be like, oh my god, what the hell?
I know I cannot cover all of those things because this is a short time. We have only a limited time. But
Okay.
if you wanna start with the drone photography, it's just uh, it's easy to do it when you are a photographer because if you have experience shooting with on the ground, you can do that also in when you are up in the air. It's just that
Mm.
it gives you more space, more flexibility in terms of composition That's the thing that the drone can do for you.
Okay. And
Yeah,
is there
and
any question from Udit Pathak? Is there any frame per second option for continuous shooting,
For continuous
like
shooting,
yeah,
high
yes,
speed
FPS.
yes.
continuous?
Okay, this also depends on the kind of drones that you have. The Mavic 2 Pro is offering three continuous, 3, 5, and 7 shots
Okay,
per
Okay.
second. While the smaller ones, I think you can also only do a 5. I'm not sure of that, but yeah, you can do this burst mode. You can
okay,
select single shot, burst mode.
okay.
There is an option for that.
That's great.
Oh. And is it possible to zoom the lens?
Zoom the lens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there is what the DJI did is that they produced two drones for that. One is the Mavic 2 Pro and the
Yeah.
Mavic 2 Zoom. This
Oh.
Zoom model you can zoom, but the Mavic 2 Pro you cannot. It's a fixed focal length that you cannot zoom.
So do you know till what extent we can zoom in that?
Sorry.
Till
Zoom
what
also,
extent you can do the zoom?
I'm not sure with the specifications of the Mavic 2 Zoom.
Okay.
okay. That's
Yeah,
great.
that's great. I think we have covered almost all the questions.
And we have a lot of beautiful comments like
Yeah, a lot of
great.
I
comments.
hope I
Yeah.
can answer all of it, but also my knowledge is that based on my experience, it's sometimes limited. I hope I answered all your questions correctly.
Yes,
You
yes.
did. In fact, you put up things in such a beautiful way. People, everybody could understand and
Yeah.
follow it, and
It
it's
was
really
actually
must
crisp
be
and clear.
listened. Yes,
Yes, thank
and
you, thank you.
and because this drones are certain, these kind of technological stuff required a lot of knowledge these days, especially even to own one or to use one, whether it is for personal or for professional, and what kind of license and how you started, and everything was explained step by step and in such a simple language. So thank you.
And
Thank you.
a lot of people stop trying to use this because they think that it's so complicated.
Yeah,
So until
Well,
unless we know about it, we will not be able to understand.
no,
yeah,
it's not that complicated. For the people that do not use this, they might think it's complicated, but actually it's not. When the time you hold your remote control and you see everything on the screen, it's just like a plug and play. It's just it's easy. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But only the only consideration is that you have to pay to play.
Okay. So we have couple of questions came in our group. If you can answer this, it would be great. What kind of insurance do you take for drones and self liabilities when you take the drone to other countries?
The insurance, okay. Different manufacturers, they offer insurance with the drone. If you buy the fly more combo, I think the insurance is included in the DJI care, so they
Oh,
include that kind of insurance with your drone. So of course, with the insurance there is some disclaimer for that. If it's broken or anything happen, or it covers only part of the drone, not
okay,
with for example, you drop it or you broke it. uh, so yeah.
okay. And
When
when
you
you, yeah,
yeah, you when you try to bring it in the other countries. I have an experience. I want to bring the drone in. I was in Morocco like 2 years ago. I want to bring my drone there, but I searched that. They said it's not allowed, so I did not bother to bring it. So when you want to bring your drone in other countries, you should be uh, first search if it's allowed or not, or you need to purchase or to have some license for that to fly it in that country.
okay. And when you go to a country, how do you understand where you can fly the drones and where not?
Okay. This is the importance of the apps I have shown you earlier, the air
Yeah.
map. When you are on that application, you can see the area you are in, and you can see the location that are prohibited. For example, you press the current location, and it will tell you this is no fly zone. This is
Okay.
a safe fly zone. So it is easy. The only thing you need to have is that. Uh, yeah, you need to know the regulation of that country when you want to fly your drone.
Okay. Basically, AirMap will help to solve this issue.
Issue.
Yes, air
Yes.
map will help.
And there is nothing related to every country has their own app, nothing like that.
I think if you update the air map, or it will be it will give you the correct details of that
Okay.
information.
Okay, great. Now you have answered this, you have included this question in your presentation, but let me ask you again. In which kind of situation do you prefer not to fly the drone? Example, wind condition, temperature, etc.
Okay, like I said before, I was in that place where my only purpose is to take overhead shoot, but the one I have, the drone, is not capable of withstanding the strong winds. So
Yeah.
I did not risk to fly it because, yeah, I am risking this. I'm risking to lose my drone.
Yeah.
And also, if you are flying with a very high wind, you will lose also the time of flying because the drone will try to counterpart the strong winds, and it will not be stable, and you will not be able to take a good shot with it.
Okay. And one last question. What are the upcoming improvements you foresee or you wish in the upcoming drones that can help photographers?
Of course, the manufacturers will not be happy if we ask them what we want with them because it's kind of business, you know.
Yeah.
For example, this is clear business is that the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom, they separate it in a different unit because you cannot put the zoom and the good camera in one unit. So I think the only the addition or the only thing I can ask is that because in the only altitude, the maximum altitude that you can reach with the drone, the commercial drones, is 500 meters, and you cannot go beyond that. There is some people that try to bypass this one, but I think this is not allowed. Even if they ask you to pay, it's not allowed. This is the only thing that I wanted to be with my current drone for now. Like more than a higher altitude is a good addition.
Okay, that's great. These questions were asked in our group by Graphite and Paper. One more question from Rabinesh. Is it possible to change different type of lenses?
Uh, Actually, yeah, no, because usually when you buy your drone, it's mounted. The camera is mounted in the drone, and you cannot
Okay.
change those lenses. Maybe he is thinking about the SLR that we use or the mirrorless, but
Yeah, I
no.
think there are drones that you can connect the DSLR.
Yeah, the big
Yeah,
ones.
well, this is different drones.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
the octocopter or the bigger drones that they have.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you can change not
Yeah.
only the lens but the camera itself. You can
Camera
mount.
itself.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think this is not for beginners.
No, no,
Yeah,
no.
that's definitely not for beginners. It's professionals. I mean,
Yeah,
you use it for movies and
yeah,
presentations and things like that.
Yeah. We're getting a lot of good comments. This topic is very practical and helpful for all beginners of drone operators.
Hello, Marlon. Thank you for tuning in.
I
I
mean, it
think,
was
yeah,
very interesting. That's what even I feel, from the
yeah,
beginning, you put everything which is required, as we mentioned, for a beginner to a semi professional, whatever you require for your journey, you have put it across so beautifully.
yeah.
Thank you.
And you can see that from all the comments we received so far.
Yeah.
Great presentation, Kristoffer. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank you.
for explaining everything in detail.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we'll do one more session for little
slightly
bit
more with
advanced.
more images
Yeah,
and yeah, because we showed only few images. Maybe we will have another session with a little more on the experience side, as well as with more with the images and the
yeah.
stories behind it. Yes. And I
It
think
will be my
you
pleasure.
see Harun's
Maybe,
message again.
hmm, maybe
Harun,
we'll give you another 2 months to collect a little
yeah,
more
collect a
images.
bunch more images and then
Okay,
we will
okay.
come back again.
Sure, sure. It will be my
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
It's an
Thank you
honor
so
for
much.
me to be here. Thank you, Nisha and Hermes. Thank you for this great
Our
event.
pleasure.
Our pleasure and really appreciate it. It was very simple but beautifully done.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you.
See you.
Okay. See you. Bye.
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 That was an amazing presentation. Such
Yeah.
beautiful details, and every element was touched. It's really great.
Beautifully done by Kristoffer.
Yeah. And
Yeah, when I asked him, he was not that confident that will I be able to do it, but he did it perfectly. He
so
explained
well.
everything so well.
So well, yes.
Yeah, and that's all about giving. When you give opportunity to people, then
Yeah,
only,
they
yeah,
just
yeah, they,
time.
yes. So
Yeah.
it was a great session again.
Yeah, so we see a lot of beautiful messages from people. So, on behalf of Paws Trails, on behalf of Kristoffer, on behalf of ourselves, we thank you for your support, and we really hope the sessions what we are putting across over here is helping you to learn a little more and to flourish your career or interest
I
in
think
photography.
there is an echo coming from your laptop.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay. Now it's not there.
I have no idea because I don't have any windows open.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the session today with Kristoffer on introduction to drone photography. It's time to wind up, Nish.
Yeah. So, you have any idea who is going to be the next one? Any surprises?
Next one is, yeah, it is about African, sorry, Asiatic lion
Wow.
by another well-known, amazing photographer from India. I'll be updating tomorrow. Till then, let it be a surprise.
Okay.
Anyway, he
Okay.
has got beautiful, amazing pictures of Asiatic lion from the Gir forest. So
Uh-huh.
he'll be explaining about that in the coming session
Okay.
on second of
Okay.
June.
Great.
Until then,
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
we will have to wait for it.
Yes.
So see you again.
Yeah.
See you everyone. Take care. Stay safe.
Be safe. Yeah. It's still COVID, so please make sure everything is safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have to thank SanDisk for supporting us in our workshop and webinars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, SanDisk, and thank you, Kristoffer.
Thank you, Kristoffer. And
All the viewers.
bye. Yes.
All right. Stay safe.